need to know whether you can hear me or not, whether this background noise from this waterfall thing in the background is too loud or not. I don't really have any control over it. I've just got my laptop speakers because I'm here at Sam's Town Casino where the 20 Books Vegas conference is going on right now. It's been a crazy time so far. I wrote a little bit about it on the blog this morning. And so I just wanted to see if some people are trickling in and see what we got here before we continue the broadcast. If nobody can hear me, I'm going to just cut out. That'll be fun. All right. Let's see. Do we got anybody here? Can you tell me whether you can hear me or not before we get too deep into this? Come on, people. I need the comments so I know. Maybe you can't hear me, and that's might be the whole problem. All right. Well, assuming you can hear me, we're on day 2. Day 1, I showed up about 10 o'clock in the morning, missed the opening remarks and all that out here, and just got my badge, went to lunch with some cool people. Got to meet Kevin J. Anderson yesterday and his wife Rebecca. They are running Wordfire Press, and Kevin, if you don't know him, he is a longtime Star Wars author, so and great guy. So I've been knowing him online for several years now. This is the first time I got to meet him in person. It's been pretty nice. So it's a good event so far. There was some basic marketing stuff like that. I met the gal from Ingram Spark, as I've mentioned a couple times. I've got a video which I'll be uploading later today with my interview with her, and she just kind of goes over the process of what Ingram Spark is. It's a self-publishing platform. Very loud stuff. It's weird. All right, audio is good. Thank you, Bianca. This is how I actually make all my comic books, how I make all my books, so you can get them on Amazon and all that is through this Ingram Spark company. So it's very nice to meet their founder and go over some of the details of what they have to offer with her. I'm a little brain dead this morning because there was a pretty good party last night, and so I didn't ask as good a questions as I might have, but hopefully the video will be informative and useful for people as it is. But I showed her a copy of one of my comics, and they don't get a lot of comic creators on there as of yet. We're kind of pioneering that for them, and I think there's going to be some opportunity in the future to get in through there. And what's great is they actually allow you to distribute through every company, and you have the potential to get hooked up by Barnes & Noble or wherever. And it's also got overseas distribution through Ingram Spark, so you can have people in Europe buy the comic and not have to spend $30 on shipping, which is a big deal. So I love that company. I'm happy to support them. I'm happy that they're coming by the show and checking things out and talking with us over here. Last night, we did a dinner with a company called Podium. They're a audiobook company, and they are courting me for some of my series. So, I might try it. They're like a go wide strategy also, like, so you're not just going on Amazon and doing it, but your audiobook will be distributed through all the audiobook platforms. And they have really good narrators who are pretty pro. So, considering going with them, seeing what they can do. I really like how tight-knit of a group they are. They're really focused on marketing, which is something I'm obviously very focused on and like to do. And good times. So it was a good dinner. They had an open bar, which is dangerous for me. So if I got cocktails and I don't have to pay for them, that's a rough thing. And so I have a rough time. It was great. I had so much fun. And what else happened there? I talked a lot with the Keystroke Medium folk. Keystroke Medium's another YouTube show. I looked them up, but they focus on the business of writing and things like that also. So very good people, and I highly recommend watching their content because they're people who really walk the walk and care about the books first. And that type of person is really rare to me. So I see a lot of people who are really into the whatever's going on, but when people actually walk the walk like they do, it really impresses me. So that was last night. This morning, I also missed the keynote yesterday. Also, Dean Wesley Smith apparently was here. I missed this morning's opening also because I just couldn't do it. And then I got into my interview with the Ingram Spark gal, And then we did a space opera, or I'm sorry, it was a military science fiction panel where I went and saw Richard Fox this morning. Who else was on the military science? Jonathan Brazee was on it, and Brad Torgerson was on it. So some good people. I don't really need to listen to how to write space opera and military science fiction since I'm pretty proficient at that. And that's kind of what I did. I didn't really spend too much time listening to it. I'm not gonna lie. I opened up my laptop here and just started cranking out words because this is National Novel Writing Month. And if, for those of you unfamiliar with National Novel Writing Month, I've talked about it a few times so far. It's NaNoWriMo.org is how they break it down. And it's basically a thing where it builds a community that writes together for a whole month, gets you in the habit of doing something every day, gives you tangible goals. So you've got that 50,000 word goal you have at the end of the month, and you're trying to stay on pace to hit that. And that's the deal. So it's a really good thing. I like it. Of course, there's a little bit of interesting convergence within that community, but you can kind of ignore that because its stated mission is very clear on the page. And if you don't want to go to the forums where they're talking about representation and all the bullshit, you don't have to. And I don't think it's like officially a part of the thing anyway. It's random people posting what they want. You can't really control that. So the uploads from the 20 Books panels YouTube channel are terrible for sound. Hard to follow what's going on to our audio quality. And I'm sorry, I hopefully don't have terrible audio quality here. But I'll pass that along because I'll talk to the guys and see what they can do. I heard that it got a little better this morning, so you might want to check on that. I know the Facebook Live broadcast, I was watching it this morning because I could not get up and actually do my thing because I was too tired and too hungover, for real. So that sounded pretty good. You might want to grab the Facebook Live feed if you can. If you to get it on Facebook Live, they're posting it in. There's a group called 20 Books. Like one word, 20, the number 20 Books, Vegas, and that's how I've been watching the panels when I'm not doing that. And yeah, it's a pretty handy thing. I watched one on Amazon Blurbs this morning, so if you get a chance to see that one, that's very useful for crafting like the copywriting that's going to be the thing that's your basic advertising on Amazon. They had one on Amazon Ads also, so there's a lot of very much marketing centric stuff here, which you don't get at a lot of different conventions. And that's what thrills me because I'm not interested in learning how to write or learning, you need an editor or whatever, and then trying to get in with an agent or some garbage like that. I'm just doing this and it works. So I just want to up my game and just refine things to the point where my business is running so smooth that we got things. So we're going to try a couple different things. I met a guy this morning also. Let me pull out his card. I haven't checked this out yet. We can check it out together. All right. This is a company called draft2digital.com. Let's check it out together. So they are apparently a group, draft2digital.com, that does ebook distribution. And you think that's like, well, you just upload on Amazon. What's to distribute? But these guys are for a wide strategy that's not necessarily going up on Amazon. I met the guy's name is Dan Wood. And here's self-publishing with support. So they actually are trying to take care of everything. Let's see, publishing, distribution, and more. Let's take a look. Get started. I talked to him a little bit. Oh, I don't want to set stuff up. Cost. No fees for formatting or updating your book. So this is big because a lot of these companies, whenever you update your book, there's fees to it. When you distribute, a reader buys a copy of your ebook, will take 10% of the retail price. So that's not that helpful for Amazon, obviously. But it is helpful for other things. So there's a lot of different formats like Apple and Kobo and different things like that. And that's going to be, the primary use of this sort of thing. And what I talked to him about was actually not for books because I'm not going to pull any of my books off of Amazon direct. I'm only going to have my books up on Amazon. I'm going to attempt to put my comic books through this because I know Apple actually has a service where you can have an Apple download where it's full color. So you can actually upload comics to Apple, and I'm not currently doing that right now. But with my comics, I want to push that because on regular books, you are incentivized to be in the Kindle Unlimited program. And part of Amazon's terms of service for the Kindle Unlimited program is that you are exclusive with your ebook to Amazon. So I can't put my book books on any other platforms and still get that sweet deal that makes up about 25% of my revenue. So I can't mess with that. But for comics, I can definitely put things on different deals, marketing tools. Let's see. Med live status announcement, new release notifications. These are pretty standard. That's not that big of a deal. But if they can get me on these different platforms for my comic books do not go in Kindle Unlimited because they're so short that you would not actually make money on Kindle Unlimited. And therefore, it's only in the standard ebook format. So I can put them on other platforms and have my comic books like circulate on all these different platforms so people can find it wherever they like to shop. And hopefully, my goal is, because nobody else is doing this, to kind of pioneer this and be the indie comic out there on all the different platforms. So that'll be the thought for that at the moment. So I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it goes. We'll try like one comic like usual and see if I get any sales, see if there's anything interesting that goes on with it. And if it doesn't work, we won't do it again. That'll be how it goes. But I also want to get into comiXology and all that, where a lot of the other indies have not gone into comiXology. I know Rags has, but that's something I want to step up so that we have different avenues for that. So I met this guy this morning, and he's a nice guy. So I'm going to try out his service. That's basically what it comes down to. Hello, Nasser. Hello, Drake. Hello, Bianca. Hello, Fiona. Hello, Bradford. And hello, Comic Book Hut, the People's Champion. Having a great conference is the answer to Nasser's question. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I know a ton of people here too. So it's constant like, hey, how are you? And hugs and all that, right? With a lot of good people from the military SF world. I saw Jay Allen. Jay Allen's one of them. I saw Jan Chaney. Do you guys know Jeff Chaney? He's always at the top rankings of the Amazon. Terry Maggart's here. He's the guy who's been drinking with me. And he's co-writing a series with Jay and Chaney right now, and they're just freaking killing it. They're clocking northward of $10,000 a month on what they're doing out there, which is awesome. So Todd McCaffrey's here. I've been hanging with him a bunch. I mentioned Kevin J. Anderson already. So a lot of good people, and it's been a lot of fun already. I'm gonna have to take a nap because I'm so tired. I was out so late last night. I just thought I'm not going to make it as it is right now. And so I want to be able to just like take a little bit of nap and rally and get myself back into high energy mode so I can keep going and have a good party tonight. I'm going to go back down on the strip tonight, and I'm trying to convince some people to go clubbing. We'll see. Authors are not, the target demographic for clubbing so much. So it's kind of a hard sell to these people. Yeah, you've heard of Kevin J. Anderson. Yeah, everybody's heard of Kevin J. Anderson. But I like to have fun. So I want to go have fun. There's a pretty good DJ here. He's playing at the Mirage. So that's where I want to go. And we'll see if that ends up coming to fruition. If it doesn't, I'm probably going to be hanging like at the Wynn or the Venetian, because it's a little classier, more upscale over there. And that's more relaxed environment for me. So that's going to be the evening plans. And then there is a super secret meeting of like high-powered authors this afternoon, which I also want to sleep before I get to that. You have to have a certain amount of sales and be invited to this meeting. So that'll be an interesting thing. I'll find out what they talk about. And if it's something I can talk about, I'll share it with you guys, of course, because I try to share all the information, help everybody out if I can. And then tomorrow, I'm so excited. So I'm flying out tomorrow, so I'm not spending too much time here for tomorrow. But I'm meeting Lindsay Buraker tomorrow, and Lindsay writes the second greatest steampunk series of all time, as I like to say. I'll pull up my first. Here's mine. So it's Balanced on the so this one, and she's got the first book perma-free, and actually I think the first audiobook's even perma-free. Or at least it's a like trilogy audiobook. So I highly recommend this. This is my favorite steampunk series outside my own. I read this, and honestly, like I'm such a fangirl of this chick that last year she spoke here, I didn't even go up and say, you know me, I'm pretty outgoing. I'll talk to anybody, right? But I didn't even go up and say hi. I was like, I panicked. It was pretty lame. And so I asked her out to lunch for tomorrow this year because I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy who sucks. I want to hang out with my favorite writer. So, and yeah, I'm excited to hang out with her and definitely read these books. They're so good. They're so good. They are what I want steampunk to be. So somebody else who does like a nice fantasy thing with a lot of action, a lot of romance, you know, the type of stuff that I really like. So, and her first book's free. There you go. I'll put the link in the chat right here. Hold on. Might as well download it. And then tell her I sent you. Then I look cool, right? So if all goes well at talking with her, hopefully I'll try to get her on the stream sometime. So I've talked to her Loki online for the past year, and she's very interested in what I'm doing on Kickstarter, you know, with different things like with, of course, the comic and then doing the hardcover sort of Kickstarter thing. It also has gotten her a little bit of interest here. I see Jay Allen walking up here. I'm going to try to ambush him and see if he'll join the stream, I think. It's if he comes close. If he doesn't come close, oh no, he stopped. He stopped and he's writing. Dang it. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go write. Actually, well, I guess I'll nap. I promised I'd nap. I want to nap so I can be high energy, so I can write. I got 3,500 words in yesterday, and 2,200 of which were for the novel. And then I wrote a short story, which I put up for Patreon subscribers. Have anybody read that yet? Who's in the chat? If you have, let me know if you liked it. My thought yesterday, I was on the plane, and I'm like, I get a lot of talk from people that Princess Raina or Queen Raina now, spoiler, is not the most likable of characters, and so a lot of people just, oh, thank you, Drake. Drake read it, cool. So I wanted to like humanize her a little bit because she's kind of always in the background, and she just comes off as this like prissy, arrogant person who just kind of hangs out there, but she's a person too, and the whole Maliki family is like supposed to be this benevolent leadership and all that, and you know, they're supposed to be like the kings who actually like respect people in their kingdom, and I want to have that communicated better, and so that's why I wrote the short story. I don't know that I'm going to be able to fit that into a novel. I'm definitely going to have a James short story pretty soon, where she'll interact a little bit more because you know they're got their budding romance going on their side of the thing. But beyond that, you know, she's kind of in the background and we don't get her perspective. So I hope this helps with that. It's going to be only available on Patreon for a while. I'm slowly accumulating short stories. And once I get up to about 70, 80,000 words, I'll compile them into a, you know, Tales from Islandia or whatever, put it in a series. Is the thought. So, but that might be sometime next year. I don't know how long it's going to take me to actually do that. It's going to be, you know, these are as they go. So I think that's everything. I am behind on National Novel Writing Month. For those who don't know, I'm writing the sequel to The Stars Entwined. I had an outline story, but I guess I had a story synopsis. I thought I outlined it, but it turns out I just story synopsised it. And it's about a 2-page synopsis. And then I started breaking it down to outline, and the story kind of started drifting in a different direction, and I'm not actually following through with continuing the outline. So this is kind of a new thing for me. I always work off an outline and always have it just going. But I don't know. I know these characters very well from this because I've had them for a long time. And I think it'll work out better this way. Just otherwise, I would be outlining it, obviously. This is a cool little feature, though. So we're in the Rick. Why don't you join me? I'm streaming right now. Would you like to be on a stream real quick?
Hey, John.
Hey, this is Rick Bartlett. He's from the Keystroke Medium Group, and we're wearing the same T-shirts. We got these No Safe Word LLC. This is Ellen Campbell's editing company,
That's
correct?
right.
Yeah. So, how's your conference going so far?
Oh, great. I barely attended any of it.
You barely attended any of it? Were you out drinking too late last night too?
I was out last night at the same dinner you were.
Well, I know, but Yeah, I was getting to the point where I could barely walk at the dinner, as you can tell. You didn't seem that bad.
No, I was tired.
Yeah.
Very tired.
But
It's a East Coast to West Coast thing.
oh, you got the jet lag going on. So you probably rolled in a little late this morning too, and then did that, or I did.
No, I
Yeah.
get up really early in the morning.
What's the
'cause
opposite? Because it
for
feels
me-
like it's like
Yeah, for me, 6 o'clock here is 9 o'clock back
Right.
home.
so.
I slept in until 6 a.m. Vegas time.
Rick's been really kicking ass lately with his books. What should I pull up? Let me pull it up real quick. I don't want. I'm not gonna hit it. I'm not gonna hit your sponsored. Come on. All right. I'm not gonna charge you 30 cents just to be on my stream here.
It's Athon book should be charging.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's not you. All right. So Rick's got a series, and he's doing the military science fiction route, where of course he's got a long book series, and it's really good. And yeah, it's been taking off for you. So how many books into the series before it like really started to like click? Do you think?
It was pretty much immediate. They rapid released them.
Oh, did they?
Like less than a month apart for the first two.
Oh, that helps.
And they released the first one at 99 cents, and
Why is book 3 99 cents?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's something you have to ask my publisher about.
Okay, that's interesting.
It might be some sort of a strategy to try to get people to
Further into the series.
further in.
Yeah. I never discount past book 1. I just like, if you want to buy into my series, I'll give you a cheap taste or whatever, but I'm never going to discount these other books. And yeah, I mean, there's a drop off sales percentage wise on the other books, because there's going to be, if somebody buys in at 99 cents, it is a different reader profile than somebody who's going to buy in at $4.99. It really is. But it's, I don't know. I never do that. So it'll be interesting. Who's your publisher? So they're Athon Books.
So
I don't think I'm familiar with them.
Steve Boyer and Rhett Bruno.
Nice.
They're here at the show.
Oh, they are? Cool.
Rhett was supposed to be there last night, but he blew it off to go hang out with some other authors.
Oh, fair. So how long did it take you to? So you got 6 books out right now. How fast are you cranking these out?
I started the series in the beginning of November of last year, and I finished the last one. I want to say it was September.
So you cranked out it. So you cranked out a 6-book series in 9 months.
Yeah, I also wrote another 3-book series.
Wow.
That time.
See, everybody says I'm fast, and that these are the people I hang around with. I'm not productive. These people are productive, and I keep telling everybody that. I screw around a lot on YouTube and all that when I should be writing, right? And the difference is that that's what you can do when you're really committing to it. So
altogether, I wrote and released 10 books last year. Or this year.
Holy crap!
This year.
See, this guy blows me away.
It might be 11 before the end of the year.
Nice. So what's your high concept here for the book
series?
Yeah.
Okay. For people who have ever played MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries or any of the BattleTech,
I played MechWarrior 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I love those games. I love mech, and I know as a serious, student of the military who's been in the military and who knows something about the science and the physics of it all, that mechs are ridiculous.
They are.
Never really work, but they're just so cool. And I wanted to write a story where I won't say that there's a justification for them, but there's a reason why they're still around. I guess a rationalization or anything else why they're still around. And I wanted to. I started out with that. I started out with, why would people still have mechs? I mean, something might go through a phase once, but I don't know how it would last.
Wouldn't work out.
So
right.
I said, well, maybe.
What's up?
Hey, John,
we're live on stream. So if you don't want to be live on stream, then don't get the shot. If you
That's
do want to
fine.
be live on stream, come say
I was
hi.
running to get some lunch.
All right.
But I hadn't seen you yet.
Yeah,
so
good to see you, brother.
say hi.
All right.
Hey.
Cheers.
So I figured the only way that you could still have mech around after more than 100 years or 1,000 years was if there had been an empire that had been at a point in their development where they had mech, and then they were overthrown and just toppled, and the only technology left for the people.
Oh, so they lost all the tech but that. That's
Yes.
pretty cool.
So
Yeah.
that's how I justified it in the Wholesale Slaughter series.
I think the mech thing is super, super popular, and I think you're very smart to tap in on that. especially doing a twist on it like that. That's pretty good.
I don't know that it was my smartness as much as the fact that I just always wanted to write a mech series.
I think it's smart. I always notice that. Now I'm, I've one of my criticisms of my early Pursuing Country book was like, there's not a ton. It's like a 1800s fantasy world, but there's not a ton of like tech stuff other than your airship. And I'm just like, yeah. And so I eventually just like was like, I want to put steampunk mechs into it because nobody's really making steampunk mechs. And I'm watching basically what inspired me was Chris Kennedy and Mark Wandry with their mechs and all that. They crushed it. So more mechs the better is what I say. And I think everybody.
I actually have another
agrees.
series I did with Drew Avery where we use mechs as well.
Are you doing it?
They're
Nice.
already out.
Oh, it is?
It's called Broken Arrow Mercenary Force, or BAMF, which has another
Has different
definition in the
connotation.
acronym.
Yeah.
acronym.
Broken Arrow Mercenary. There we are. All right.
The
Yeah.
first one's called Merchants of War, then there's Prisoners of War, and then Spoils of War.
Sweet. Oh, Drew, is he here?
No, he could not come.
Oh, too bad. Yeah, I liked meeting him last year. Drew was here last year, and I got to meet him. So that was pretty fun. You read The Shining Tomorrow. That's a good one. And yeah, thank you for posting the link to the chat. Yes, and Combat Frame, Exceed, Star Knight, and Shining. Yeah, those are all excellent mech books also. Cool. Well, that's it. I don't actually have anything to talk about because I'm brain dead right now and I'm tired. And
he doesn't have his hat.
Guys, this is so insane. I forgot a baseball hat for a convention. And if you have ever seen me, I never go anywhere without wearing a baseball hat. It's
I
just
didn't
like
recognize him.
nobody recognizes. I got the beard too, right? So it's also helpful.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, what a disaster! And so I'm mad at myself for that, but I can't change it now. I just that's what happens when you get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the airport real quick. You forget stuff.
Thanks for having me on your stream.
Cool. All right, guys, I'll catch up with you next time, and I will see you soon. Some tagline signing off.